Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at the new little jungle cup, and today we're going to take a look at the Fomantis, which is just basically got released today in Pokemon Go, and this is eligible for the little jungle cup. We have the moveset of Fury Cutter, Leaf Blade and the Grass Knot, and we also have on the team the what's it called? I forgot the name. Cottony with the Seed Bomb and the Grass Knot as well, and the Onix. And the Onix is actually, in my opinion, the best Pokemon in this team. Like, Onix was so good. This Pokemon is definitely something I can really recommend you if I want to play this cup. It's just such a fun Pokemon to use because you can debuff your opponents just like here, and you can like have like so much play against so many Pokemon. The very flying type and like bug type meta, like here for example Venonat, and you can just rock through them all down. Of course there are some problems against Pokemon, for example like those water ground users, which I had like a lot of problems with this Onix, but yeah, in general, how did this all went? Like, I think I went pretty neutral with it. I started off with a 4-1, and the one game which I didn't win was a draw, so I don't think I can really complain about this too much. And then I think I went 2-3 and then 1-2. Yeah, I think that's basically how it went. So it was basically worse and worse. But I faced a lot of teams that are just like kind of hardwalled me afterwards. But I still had some good games. And here we get the next heal with you, Wigglytuff there. And here we actually go for just for the meme and go for the Grass Knot. We could have just went for Leaf Blade, easily would have KO'd. But I just wanted to go for the big move because usually you never see that thing using Grass Knot. So here we go. But yeah, how was a Fomentos is of course another question which a lot of people would ask themselves. Do you want to build a Fomentos for this cup as it just got released? It's on the wild right now. You can catch it. I'm catching it right now at the same second because I had like literally like if it's weather boosted, I see that all the time also like in my home spots and whatever. So pretty common, pretty cool. Keep this for XL for the Lurances for Ultra League. Definitely a funny Pokemon to use there. But you want one for the little cup here. You definitely don't want one. Like, this thing is not really good, to be honest. It's very squishy. Yes, it gets to the moves very fast, but it's just like not even close to being comparable to the other Pokemon there, like the other grass types that they have in the meta. So yeah, like this Pokemon definitely is not really something that you want to invest in. So yeah, don't really go for that. Definitely not really worth it. We see the Vigoroth against us. We have 0 shields against us. We have the Marshtomp there. I think that was the one game. Yeah, I think that was the one game where I shielded against the Marshtomp. Here we see here Surf. Marshtomp has access to Sludge as well. Sludge being a poison type move, of course, a little bit tricky for grass type Pokemon. It's also something that I might want to take a look at. Marshtomp as a safe swap looks like amazing in the current meta as well, because usually I guess you would get out something like the Whimsicott, which would be like the Whimsicott or like the Cottony, which would be very good. And in general, I think that might be one of the best safe swap in the current meta. I don't know, might be the case. But yeah, like I had a lot of fun here. Talonflame is of course a little bit tricky. I shielded there because of the potential Brave Bird it could have. But we see the Skrelp here. This was actually an interesting game because Skrelp is kind of core breaker for the lead and my Pokemon in the back with the Whimsicott. But we can swap out here now, and we're gonna see that my opponent runs a very spicy Pokemon in the back with the Pikachu Libre. Cool Pokemon actually that I also kind of want to showcase. But yeah, like at this point we can actually farm this thing down. We can go for a Seed Bomb now, and we get him so low just from the charm. They have to go for a Sludge Bomb against me, and with the charm damage we are just gonna be able to put him low enough that we can just take the Sludge Bomb. We can KO him with the Rock Throw. This is gonna be a good game there to my opponent. Good game there. We see the next opponent. We're gonna have the Onix against this Skarmory. A very good lead for us. Of course, we don't really want to face a Skarmory in the back, and we see my opponent doesn't like the Onix at all. Ah, man. Very cool Shadow Venonat there, but doesn't really help you too much, does it? We can just go now into our Fomantis coming in against the Vigoroth, and Fomantis against Vigoroth. You get to the Leaf Blades, I think, one turn prior to them getting to the Body Slams. So it's an okay-ish matchup. I think you actually win this all the time. Fomantis definitely would do enough damage to KO this here, but maybe he would be able to farm me down. I don't know, would be definitely close. But we see the Skarmory here again. Coming in, we can have the Scammer here against the Onyx, which is good. And we can just go for the Sand Tomb, debuffing the defenses, and we can go for another Sand Tomb, which also gonna debuff the defensive again. And we don't really have to face this thing at all with our Cottony in the back, which is nice. And we can just farm all the way down. We can shield here. But this one was kind of scary as well again, because I didn't expect them. Like, the thing was today, the thing why I also lost a lot of games today, I always got like basically like I couldn't sneak a single move against my opponents. It was insane. I couldn't sneak a single move against my opponent, and I always got denied. They always sneaked one in against me. It was basically impossible to play, but yeah, that's fine. Here we have the Rebel coming in. We see the Cottony, but the Cottony here has actually the Razor Leaf, which is kind of crazy, as of course Razor Leaf not the best against our Cottony. Charm would be neutral. Like this, it's not. And of course this is better for us now, because we're going to be able to win this matchup, and now we're in a way better spot. We can go for the Seed Bomb against this Rebel, getting him very low, and we actually KO at the same time, which is very cool. We see the Jump Love coming in, and against the Jump Love I kind of wanted to go for the Sand Tomb to debuff him before, and we have the Rock Throw, which is of course super effective, but we're gonna swap out here because the Seed, now the Bullet Seed basically did a lot of damage already against the Onyx there, because that was super effective. So I didn't want to risk to get farmed down and get like double hit by an Aerial Ace, so we're just gonna swap, and we can go for Leaf Blades in time, which is very, very cool. And yeah, Leaf Blade's gonna be actually able to KO this Jump Love, even though it's double resisted, but of course it's a Shadow version, plus it's, yeah, like a squishy Pokemon in this kind of meta. We see the Pikachu Libra again, which is kind of funny to see that many of them. They go for Flying Press, and I actually know they misplayed this game. We see Impeta here. I didn't expect it to get that there. I think they needed one more move, but like I was wrong there. I guess it's 5 and 4 for Pikachu Libra to get to the moves, which is kind of annoying, because now we're 2 shields down, and we see the Ducklet coming in, and we're gonna swap out into the Fomantis. We see them throwing a move. It's most likely the Brave Bird, and now we can just go back into the Onyx, and now we can farm down in time, because he is triple debuffed, and we see the Skarmory coming in, which kind of makes it a little bit like better for us, because like this was something that we can actually beat. My opponent let it go, which is crazy. And we hopefully gonna be able to farm all the way down, and we are. And now we can go for the Sand Tomb. We can transfer the move over to the Cottony, and maybe we can charm him down in time. But no, we're gonna see here. We can go for some charms, but he can go for the Brave Bird in time, and we're gonna die at the same time. This was the draw, which I said prior. Yeah, I had a lot of times where I just desynced and my moves didn't go through. I had a lot of times where like I literally just like were one turn in desync from my opponent, which was not really cool. We see a Stunky coming in here. We can take the bites with our Cottony, which is not very effective on it, and we see the Swinub. Swinub is a big problem for my team. Swinub is in general such a good Pokemon in the current meta. Also a Pokemon that I can highly recommend you to use. If you have one, I might build one on my own, because it's very, very strong. But yeah, I don't have a Swinub right now, so that's not the best for me. Like, I actually think I have a good amount of Swinubs which I could build. Yeah, I have a 115-15 here. Maybe I built this actually, but I don't have a lot of starters, but I could actually build this. Maybe I make a Swinub video, who knows, but Swinub is definitely one of the best Pokemon that you can use. We see the Chinchou here. I actually don't really want to spend too much starters on this cup anymore. I just built 2 or 3 new Pokemon already for this cup, and I'm down to 200k starters, which you don't really want to be, but yeah. The Chinchou here, not gonna be able to really threaten my Onyx, as Onyx can, like, of course, Bubble Beam is super effective on me, but of course, the Bubble Beam is a garbage move, so like, we're just gonna be able to farm everything down. Good game there to my opponent, and we see the Beedrill in the lead, and I remember this game as well. And we see the Marshtomp, and here's what I said. Marshtomp has access to Sludge, and Sludge does a lot of damage, especially because Fomentos is not really the bulkiest Pokemon. So what we can do here is just go for the Leaf Blade. We can go for another Leaf Blade, actually get 2 shields from my opponent, but my opponent can realign, And as we have Grass Fairy type in the back, of course, Sludge gonna get the shields back. And now my opponent can hard counter me, which is not that cool, but I like the idea from my opponent's team there. I have to see if I also have a Marshtomp. Marshtomp looks like it's such a cool pick to use right now. Also would be good against a lot of other Pokemon. It's a little bit more on the squishier side, but it's also a funny pick for in the Great League. I don't, and I will not be able to make one because of my shiny, what's it called? Oh, I forgot the name. But yeah, the pre-evolution of Marshtomp. All of them are over 500 CP, so no one for me here, but definitely a cool Pokemon that you could use, and we're just gonna get whooped by the Super. Would have been actually a hard counter team, but like, of course, the Sludge hurt me a lot there. If I double shields, I still would have lost this matchup because my opponent gets to the Sludge, I think, one turn always prior to me getting to my Leaf Blade, so always a little tricky. And yeah, here we see the Swine up against us, and my opponent actually makes a weird play here. They would be easily able to win this matchup, but they just let it go, which I don't really understand. We see the Ducklet coming in, and now the Ducklet gonna have to shield my moves, which I also don't really understand what my opponent does here. But yeah, we can just go and like, okay, we have to let this go anyway. And what I'm gonna try to do here is maybe get a shield, because this could also be already the Rock Slide. Yes, Onix learns a Rock Slide. Why do you have the weird move choice there of the, what's it called, the Heavy Slam? Onix Rock Slide is Legacy. And I'm not gonna spend an Elite TM on Little Cup for a Pokemon that has garbage IVs on my part, because I didn't have a better one and it was just a shiny that I think got out of a quest or something. And no, like, I'm not gonna do this. So like, here we go with the Heavy Slam. It could also learn Stone Edge, and I would actually recommend you rather going for the Stone Edge than for the Heavy Slam. I thought, okay, this is a meta based on Cottony, but like, I think a Stone Edge does the same amount of damage than a Heavy Slam, so it doesn't really matter too much. You get to it. I think Heavy Slam is a 50 energy move, so I think you can get to it the one turn faster, whatever. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter too much. And yeah, we just gonna go here against this Pikachu Libra, which should be an easy target there. We can go for the Sand Tomb, get the last shield. And I actually gonna shield this up, which I shouldn't have done. I think I should have just yeah, let it go and go for my Fomantis. But Fomantis, of course, gonna be able to just farm him all the way down and win the game. Good game there. Next up, we have Onix against Ariados. And while I really like this cup, we see here Chansey coming in, I really don't like this cup so far as well. Like, the cup is really based around very bulky Pokemon, basically like those Great League Pokemon as well, like especially like those bug poison types, which are really awkward to deal with because they're so spammy, and then this cup's so overpowered, like Scroopy, like the Ariados, like all those Pokemon are very annoying for me at least to deal with. I don't know. Not the biggest fan, but yeah, I don't know, like this cup seems a little bit weird to me. We're just gonna farm them the entire way from this Chansey. We see the Ariados coming back in, and there's something that I actually didn't know. Bug type is not resisted by the Rock type. I always thought, okay, Rock is like Bug against Rock is not super effective, but it's just the other way around. Only Rock is super effective against Bug, and here my opponent doesn't run the Sludge, which is a weird play for my opponent, to be honest. Like, if you run Marshtomp, run it with a Sludge, in my opinion. Like, either Surf or Mud Bomb, no matter, like, kind of depends on what you want to do. But Sludge is kind of needed on it. Otherwise, there are so many other Pokemon like a Wooper, which are just better Marshtomps. So, like, either run Sludge or don't run Marshtomp and run something better. But here, of course, one lunge gonna be able to finish me off. Of course, we still have a shield, but they can get to another move. And of course, they deny me, I think, like 5 times in this match. And I was like, very happy with that, of course, because denying is always so fun. But it's only like 2 days or something now until we have the first regionals for Pokemon Go PvP, and literally nothing has changed during the entire time. It's so nice. Nothing has changed the entire season, and we're gonna go into the first regionals with a completely laggy game on one of the lowest points. It's gonna be perfect, of course. I think it's actually gonna be better than like our current gaming experience, because they most likely gonna do some kind of wiring between those devices that they don't have to run over servers, because of course they can control that people don't cheat. So most likely I would actually expect that the regional is gonna go with next to no problems. But of course, our gameplay also has to improve significantly, and it didn't really improve significantly recently. So yeah, not the best. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Not really the... I don't know, like this cup seems a little bit awkward. It was pretty okay. You don't definitely need the other Pokemon. He actually went for Sand Tomb. I hope that my opponent doesn't know my moveset, and he didn't, so they threw immediately, and I was hoping that one Sand Tomb does enough. It's Stab. And like could be pretty cool, but we're gonna see it's not gonna be enough, so we're gonna lose the last game here. Spoiler alert. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Also, I might make a poll on YouTube, which are you more interested in, Great League or in this cup. This cup is definitely fun if you just don't have a lot of time to play your matches, so I think it's also a cool cup to play. But yeah, Great League is most likely better. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.